Over the last several days, Jason and I have been working through many layers of my definitions around love. Love has been associated with pain and hurt. Someone would say, "I love you," and then be really hurtful to me. And it was all about how to open my heart to receive love. Opening our hearts is a journey, not a destination. Hey there, it's Mandy with Emotions by Design. Today, I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation about something that I'm feeling very vulnerable to share, but my hope is that my tough experience can help you. It's about opening your heart. You see, this past weekend, I found myself experiencing an emotional breakdown. And as I unpacked everything that came up and out during about 2 hours of crying, I realized there was a pattern with a lot of the difficult things that came up for me, a life lesson for me to learn. And it was all about how to open my heart to receive love. But it's not always easy, is it? I've been afraid to open my heart because of many of the experiences I've had. Love has been associated with pain and hurt. Someone would say, "I love you," and then be really hurtful to me. I also learned to not trust love. A couple of people said they loved me one day, and the next day they didn't love me anymore. Then, to appease a former spouse who was gaslighting me, I told them I loved them when I wasn't sure I did anymore because I was so afraid how they would react if I told them the truth. Over the last several days, Jason and I have been working through many layers of my definitions around love. So I wanted to share with you some of the practices I've been using to help me work through a lot of difficult things, and I know this can help you too. So the first thing is to work through things in small doses. For me, I learned an hour is my max. After that, I get overwhelmed and start closing back up because it's too much to process. Doing this work in small chunks helps me to take breaks and keep my vibration up, which helps the process go more smoothly and less painfully. Second, be kind to yourself. I've pictured my 3-year-old self several times and thought about how I'd treat little Mandy if she fell and skinned her knee, and then I offered myself that same compassion. Next, I focus on my gains. Each night I've taken a few moments to reflect on all the good things this work has brought up, like, man, I'm so glad I can see these patterns now so I can heal them and change them into something more beautiful. This also keeps my vibration high. Next, be vulnerable. I've allowed myself to be fully vulnerable with Jason, no matter how ugly my thoughts. When I was 17, I went through a similar, less intense emotional breakdown, but at the time I was still trying to stuff my emotions because I didn't want to be a burden to my parents. Since I didn't fully express things, I didn't fully clean out the wound, and now I'm doing the work almost 30 years later. Don't save it for another day. Get it out so you can heal it now. Next, forgive yourself. As I was crying and knew we probably weren't going to make our flight to an event we were supposed to go to, I felt so much guilt and remorse and anger towards myself. I didn't want to be a burden to my husband. But when my husband showed me unconditional love, it made it easier to keep me moving through the yuck. If he could forgive me, I could forgive me. Finally, I've connected with nature. With spring in the air, I've taken advantage of that with some slow walks over the past few days. There's just something about the sunshine and trees and air that help my heart and head to clear and help me keep moving forward. Remember, opening our hearts is a journey, not a destination. Be patient and forgiving with yourself as you navigate this path, and know that you are never alone. I'm here to support you every step of the way, and that's Emotions by Design.